Welcome to the Informed and Oblivious podcast, episode 58. I am Take Two Phil, and this is still technical difficulties, Raymond.
I'll keep both intros in.
But they won't be able to hear me on the first one. Yeah. We're having a week here. Well, last week was just a shit show, so that's why we didn't make an episode. I was just like, not feeling it at all. And then this week we're just having technical problems.
Camera problems and audio problems. Phil didn't get recorded for the first minutes.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep it short, folks, because I kind of lost my my luster when we lost the 20 minutes of rambling, you know. But if you haven't lost your luster for the show,
Like and subscribe.
Follow, hit that notification bell, share the show with everyone you know and everyone you'll ever meet.
If you use multiple platforms, check us out on another platform.
Yeah. So to keep it short, we'll talk about, I guess, two things: the Canada trade war, and then the GTA 6 crap.
Oh yeah.
That may or may not be a leak, may or may not have been a marketing campaign, and either way, I'm not really impressed with Rockstar. So which one do you want to talk about first?
Canada.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Canada. Dumb fucks. I was laughing with the Canada thing, too, because we're trade war with them again. But they were like, been in a friendship since the two nations were founded. Actually, you assholes, you've been contrary to us since America's been founded.
Mm-hmm.
From the very people don't realize this. There was more than the original 13 colonies. Canadians were chilling up there at the start. We said, hey, you want to get in on this? And they're like, no.
We're going to do our own thing.
Yeah, and then later you became a country, and what'd you do? Attack the fucking White House. So let's not act like we've been hunky-dory this entire time. Somebody got in line after we became the biggest military in the world, but before that, let's not act like you guys loved us, because that's not the truth. I got no beef with Canadians in general, but like, let's not act like Canada was like, oh, America's great.
Best friends.
Yeah, because you guys still stick your nose up at us to this day. And it's not the same as our neighbors to the south. I love Mexico. I love Mexicans. I think they're great. They're hard workers. They're fucked up with the cartels. And honestly, if they just came to us and said, hey, can you take out the fucking cartels for us? We would probably make Mexico another state, and they wouldn't have a problem with it. They'd be like, sweet, let's do this. You motherfuckers, though, every chance you get, it's like talking down to us. I'm like, wait, weren't you guys the ones throwing grenades in with food cans during World War II? I guess we're not going to talk about that one. Yeah. But
they're not war crimes the first time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Geneva checklist is mostly written by Canadians, by the way. But so they started their shenanigans again, where through again all this tariff stuff, some of ours got removed because of the Supreme Court stuff. Now there's different loopholes that Trump's found, and yada yada yada. They went back to the negotiating table with Canada, again had a deal, and then Canada walked away and just said, "Fuck you guys, we're out," and then started like blasting things everywhere.
Got it.
And the U.S. said, okay, you're going to keep all these tariffs on you, or you're going to keep all these tariffs that we were trying to negotiate away, blanket fucking 50% tariffs across the board.
Okay.
Yes. And then Canada said, we're going to match you tariff for tariff, which, again, I always find this shit so funny, right? Because, tariffs are punishing the American citizens. It's punishing the taxpayer. Only the American people suffer with tariffs. Yet the response to every time we tariff somebody is they tariff us. So
our tariffs going to hurt their people too. Yeah.
Yeah. Are tariffs so bad that it destroys your country, or are they just a normal economic weapon that everybody uses? Like, although we know which side of the equation this is really fucked up on, because immediately after they announced the tariffs, Canada announced a fund for relief for all the small businesses that will be affected by this, to the tune of about $8 billion. So already before anything has even happened, they cost the Canadian taxpayers $8 billion.
Damn.
Yeah. And again, the deal was about to be signed. People were like, they worked on this for months, and then at the very last minute, Canada was like, no, fuck you.
What was the deal?
I think it was just pretty much we're going to be like, okay, we're removing all of the tariffs between the two countries. And they're like, that's not fair to Canadians. What do you mean? You guys had tariffs on us. We had very minimal, if no tariffs on you. And to like make that equal, okay, that's great. Good. Now there's free trade between all of us. Well, that doesn't work because Canadian farmers can't compete with American farmland. It's just not possible. One, we subsidize the shit out of it, but we have so much more than they do. And it makes sense. They don't have a lot of farmable land by comparison. But they've been squeezing us hard, and the reason why it's become a bigger deal is because of the whole trade war with China and China not buying American goods. And so, like, we've got a lot of stuff that's just sitting there, and we could export it to Canada, but we can't because I think some of the tariffs that they put are, like, upwards of 200% on some farm stuff. Yeah, so they're trying to, like, negotiate all this because China, Freudian slip there with Canada. Canada likes to come out and act like they weren't the ones that started all this shit back in the day. So, like, they're like, oh, the U.S. coming at us. And they're doing it because Trump's seen as the bad guy in the world right now. So it's easy to be like, oh, he's the big bad. It's like, no, you guys started this. We're trying to resolve it. And now you're acting like spoiled little brats. And that's what they are because they have zero leverage here. You know who Canada's #1 trading partner is?
Us.
The U.S. You know what Canada is to us? Not even
Nothing.
top 10. Like minuscule.
Uh-huh.
I think, like, look it up where Canada falls on our list of trading partners. It's so far down, it's hilarious.
Think faster, Grok.
Doesn't want to.
I don't know why I used Grok instead of Google. Do.
Sure, the Wikipedia work.
Uh-huh.
30 largest.
There we go. Okay. EU, Mexico. Wait.
That's our exports. We don't care about that. Imports by import.
Still says.
Not true. The latest economic data.
Okay.
Or maybe it is true.
Yeah.
Whatever. We don't care. It's like nothing, though. What percentage of the GDP is that?
Ours or theirs?
Ours. It's a huge part of the GDP for Canada.
I don't know how to ask that. For what, the import here?
No, it would be our export. So what part of what percentage of US GDP is Canadian trade?
Canadian trade.
Surprised because everything I've been seeing in the news has got them not even close to the top, but whatever. If the internet says it, it's not like I'm one to trust news because news has been lying through their teeth a lot lately.
3% of US GDP.
Okay, now ask the reverse. What percent of Canadian GDP is trade with the US?
Canadian. I'm surprised how long these searches are taking.
I don't know if data centers did.
Yeah, I thought Grok was pretty snappy. 38%.
Yeah. So Canada just basically said fuck you to 40% of its GDP. You know how screwed they're gonna be? Like, it's absolutely asinine. And yeah, Trump did the whole name Lake Ontario Lake America thing, which it's funny.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but he only did it because the premier of Ontario, this fucking guy Ford, whatever, that fat fuck, has been on TV threatening to shut off U.S. power that they supply.
Really?
Yes, it's only to 1 million homes, and I don't even think it's their main source of power. It just offsets it. and now they're putting a 25% tariff on the energy supply. I don't think that guy realizes what a dangerous game he's playing, because Trump already tweeted out or truthed out he's fucking pissed about that. Like, and I bet in the next couple of days, watch, because I would, if I was the president and Canada started doing some shit like that, like, whatever, we have trade disagreements, but our energy agreements have been long standing for a while because we built energy corridors for a lot of the US and Canada. Those were like partnerships that went between us. It's not like one side did it, like the whole like Niagara Falls power plant thing. That's a joint venture between the US and Canada. So if I was Trump, I would order the Department of Energy to sit there and be like, you know what, we need to be 100% energy independent from Canada, and put in new mandate. We're going to put in new power plants and new supply centers in all of these states to receive power from Canada. We're going to cut off Canadian natural gas, and we're going to be energy independent. So regardless of the outcome of this trade war, we will no longer take power from them. And then if that goes down, they're screwed. Because that's another like major, that doesn't even count as, I don't even think those like imports, exports count the energy sector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And other silly Canadian things, they're talking about building a pipeline to take their oil instead of going down to us, go to the coast, and then ship their oil over to China. Because, you know, they're best friends with China now, which is a weird thing. I don't know what's going on there. But if Canada hasn't paid attention in the world, nothing gets the U.S. intervening faster than a pipeline. so I'd be careful with the pipeline thing. But like, they're making moves that if Canada was anywhere else in the world, the U.S. would be like sending in some Air Force to, you know, go in there and sort this problem. But the Ontario guy. And Ford in Ontario is playing a real bad game, because if they actually do shut off power, we'll be fine. But if they shut off power, like, that's it. Like, relationships with Canada are done.
Yep.
We're going to be like, yeah, we don't care what you guys want at the end of this. We're moving on. And I was surprised. I was surprised they said our number one trading partner was Mexico, but that makes sense. We make a lot of shit in Mexico.
Yeah.
And ship it back.
Made in Mexico.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll figure out that 3% somewhere else. We're not gonna worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, but the fact that Canadians are on there like being boisterous about anything, I'm like, you guys, like, when you stack the country like pound for pound, they have a fraction of everything that we have, and it's like, listen, I understand. Country's going to do what it's going to do. Negotiate for your country. That's fine. But don't talk shit like you got any like standing. They're like, well, we're not going to make a deal unless it's fair for Canada. You're not holding the power here, chief. You're like a guy going to a bank asking for a business loan. That bank doesn't have to negotiate shit with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the terms of that business loan. We'll go somewhere else.
Too bad.
Then. Yeah. Figure that one the fuck out.
Get a different one.
It's so crazy to me. Like, because we now know that, what is it? The UK has fallen so low in the rankings that if they were a state, they'd be the poorest state in the United States. I wonder where that ranking is for Canada. If Canada was a state, like, where would it be in terms of like richest and poorest states?
Like of the US?
Yeah, look it up. If Canada was a state, where would it rank? Where would its economy rank?
If Canada was a U.S. state, where would its GDP or economy?
Economy. Yeah.
Do some thinking for me, Grok. It cracks me up though. You mentioned like him like renaming the lake.
Yeah.
People get mad about that shit, but like the only one, like it's only for here. Every other country can still call it whatever the fuck they want, and most map makers aren't even gonna bother updating it. It costs them too much money to redo all the maps.
You know what was hilarious that I saw tweeted out?
Nothing.
That I didn't even know they still existed. MapQuest was like, we're not changing it. I was like, who the fuck's still using MapQuest?
So they'd be number 4.
Okay, well, at least they're still doing better than the UK in that aspect. But, you know, they ain't number 1, baby. And remember, their entire country combined would rank 4th in the States.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, we're not worried about it.
Yeah, we're going to be all right.
Yeah. It just just the shit that they've been saying. I was like, you guys have forgotten your fucking place.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever received the product here with made in Canada stamped on it.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, dude, like, again, and I'm not trying to get removed from YouTube, so don't fucking I'm not threatening Canada. I don't care. Like, this is like a non-issue. I'm sitting there. I'm like, you guys are talking a lot of shit for not being able to back up any of it. It's like an elementary school kid talking shit to a high schooler. It's like, all right, kid, I'm gonna sit here and let you talk your shit, but know that, like, if you keep like poking me,
all right, freshman.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's just, I can't believe that they're doing this shit. And again, they're like, oh, it's over sovereignty. But their prime minister just met with China. It was like, we're excited to join the New World Order. And then they're trying to join the EU, which would completely remove their economic sovereignty because Germany would decide everything that they do. So I'm like, what you're saying and what you're doing don't add up.
And then also at any given moment, England could just be like, you know what? You're going to do what we tell you to do again.
Yeah, you're ours again. Well, it's worse than that. Did you see that? The King of England came over to Canada and basically proclaimed that, like, Canada is on stolen land from the Native Americans there, and that they never properly, like, got that land. And because of that, the Native Americans in Canada are actually suing in Canadian provinces to get the land back. And people are losing their homes over it because, like, they're like, well, the king said it. I'm like, yeah, you're going to give us shit about sovereignty. Because they never really got independence.
Yeah, they still... Did they change their currency as well?
What?
When they...
No. I don't think the Queen's on any of the Canadian currency. You could double check me on that, though. I think only England had to do that, but... We are Canada.
Yes, Queen Elizabeth was on the banknotes. They're still legal tender. So is the king now on there?
Just ask them, did they change their currency when the Queen died?
Yep. Canada changed currency when Queen died. No, Canada did not immediately replace or withdraw currency when Queen Elizabeth died. Existing banknotes, stayed legal tender. New coins, yes, okay.
Yeah, so not immediately, but the next year they started issuing with the king. So, again, what sovereignty, Canada? Because we don't print new bills with the new current president on it every time it changes, baby. And you are printing a world leader that's not even in charge of your fucking country on your money. But I guess they are in charge because that's not Canada's money. That's the UK's money.
Yep.
So maybe we would need to revise the whole UK like standing in the States, because technically, if you count all their fiefdoms, they probably are more up there. Now, I don't know what army in the UK is going to make Canada do anything, but the way that they've been recently, they'll probably be like, oh, we're sorry, eh? We'll be the UK again. No problem. And then they were like, and then Trump said he was going to make because they were trying to rile up French Canadians. Canadians are the most extreme in Canada. They were like, and then Trump's trying to make it so we don't speak French. And Trump's like, I don't give a fuck about you speaking French. The fuck do I care about that? That's your problem. I don't give a shit. Nowhere in any trade agreement was that a thing. It was like, and as part of this deal, Canada will no longer speak French.
What do we give a fuck?
Yeah, don't be like making a trade deal with Mexico and saying they're not allowed to speak Spanish anymore. Like, what are you saying? Like, we don't give a fuck.
We've got cities here with more people that don't speak English than do. Like,
Yeah, yeah, like it's so asinine, and it's just I've been seeing article after article after article. Oh my God, dude. And the amount of people here that are like, we side with Canada. I'm like, okay, go over there then. Have fun. Go live up in
see if they'll
Canada.
let you in.
Go. Bye-bye. Let me know how it is there. Well, one, Canada's got very strict border crossings. And two, they're just like the economy is not that great there. They don't have the opportunity that we do. There's not all these different like workforces.
Have you seen the clip? The guy's like standing on the side of the road, and there's just like, you know how they have like the ditches on the side of the road, and there's a sign on the other side. He's like, look, that over there is American. It's just like an open field that like you can usually step over. He's like, I could just step across this ditch, and then I'm in America. And he pans the camera slightly to the right, and the cop is just sitting there staring at him with arms crossed. He's like, I'm not going to do it.
I'm just saying, it's wild. It's absolutely wild, and just getting infuriated again because it's like the same thing that happened previously with Canada, where they're like beating their chest. We won't stand for this American aggression. And the last time, like somebody sent something to back up Canada with this last one. I think it was like the French or something. They sent like one submarine, and we're like, that's cute. We're like, what are we talking about here? What's going on?
We're not trying to fight them. Like,
yeah, we're not. But like, also like, that's gonna make us back down. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's crazy. I just the world's gone mad, and they're like, we need to sign an agreement with the BRICS nations and NATO -1 to whenever Trump puts tariffs, we all put a 200% tariff on the U.S. Good luck, bitch. One, you all trade in our currency. So you know what we say? Can't use it anymore. Ugh. What? Yeah. All that debt of ours that you have, doesn't matter anymore. We don't care. No, you can't do that. Looks like we just did. Yeah. Like, people don't understand. The U.S. is using spheres of economic control to make the world do like more or less what it wants right now. There is another alternative, and that alternative has been used throughout human history. And trust and believe that we have the resources to use that alternative. We're not going to. To be clear, we don't want to. Nobody here wants to do that. But I just think the absurdity of the rest of the world to be like, yeah, we're going to make the sole, and let's not get it twisted either, the sole global superpower, because not another single fucking country in the world's fighting a war on multiple fronts. The sole global superpower, we're going to make them do what we want. Good luck.
Ain't going to work out the way you want.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be happy at the end of it.
Yeah.
But
like, you could try. Like, it's fine. You know, go for it. But that would be like, you know, it's like you have a family, and then suddenly The Rock is your stepdad. And then you as a family go, we're not going to do that, stepdad. And it's like, I mean, you could try, but it's solely up to that guy's discretion as to what happens. And luckily, much like The Rock, we're a big guy that's pretty gentle. You know, we're not doing shit like that. So
yeah, we built up our shit because we didn't want people telling us what to do. Not to hurt people.
Yeah, exactly. And then they also forget too, we protect all the global trade. So they're like, no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not protecting your boats anymore. They're like, what? Yeah, figure that one out on your own. Run your own protection racket now.
And pirates will come back.
Yeah, it'd be fun. U.S. pirates would come back. They'd be like, yeah, that's ours now. What do you mean? Well, you guys are in an enemy relationship with us now, so yeah, we're seizing that vessel. You can't do that. I don't see any other military ships around here. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. I don't know. Again, every nation is fine to make moves that it wants. I completely agree. But the lack of respect right now is where I'm starting to get a little like, what's going on? Because even we, with like our enemies that were somewhat capable, we've had some respect. Until recently, we've tested that. And now we realize, oh, we don't need to respect these motherfuckers. We don't give a shit about Russia. Fuck, we just flew the head of our CIA into Russia to give him a talking down. We're like, they flew that guy. And people are like, what's the head of the CIA doing in Russia? And then afterwards, they said that he was basically there to warn them not to escalate shit with NATO. And I'm like, if you're getting the head of the spy agency from another country just flies direct into your country unannounced and says, yeah, you better watch your shit. Like, you're not a threat. We don't care. We're just like, yeah, fuck you. Like, no one gives a fuck about your shit at all.
Slapping him like a child.
Yeah. And the same thing with like China, because a lot of China stuff was used in Venezuela and in Iran, and we've just been destroying it left and right. So we're like, oh yeah, China's not that scary either. And we're really not scared now because now Japan's starting beef with China again, and we're like, yes.
What was the other thing you wanted to talk about?
The Rockstar leaks. I mean, there's a lot more going on in the world, but we'll talk about it more next week because as things, I just had to get the Canada thing out because it's really been irking me, like seeing it on TikTok,
bubbling,
dude. Because it's just like unabashed, and I'm like, I'm not commenting. I don't want to get dragged into this right now, but that might bring me back to X again, and I'm just gonna start shitting on Canadians on X. Be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be like War of 1812, never forget. Like Canada's like, we used to be friends, I'm like, and I'm just gonna send pictures of them lighting the White House on fire. I'd be like, when were we friends? I don't remember that.
We were acquaintances.
Yeah, neighbors at best. Like friends, I don't know about friends. The problem is we never formally marched into Canada the way that we did Mexico, so they didn't learn what was up. We went into Mexico several times, and after about the third time, Mexico started to realize, all right, yeah, it's not happening. So bad that we named a state after them. We're like, this is New Mexico. Like, New Mexico? Yeah.
You're old Mexico.
New Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. Imagine the disrespect. That'd be like if instead of Washington, we named it New Canada over there. They'd be like, what? Yeah, you're old Canada. That's New Canada.
You mean New Mexico? Well, we've got New York and we've got New Jersey. This is New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. Because it used to be part of Old Mexico, so now it's New Mexico. Get it? So like, what the fuck? What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
What about this much bigger territory? No, that's Texas.
Yeah, because this we've been in comfort for a very long time now, but people forget that right before World War I, we were skirmishing with Mexico. That was a thing that happened. Canada kind of settled down a little bit, but when we set that whole, I think, what is it, the 30th parallel or 29th parallel, whatever that we were fighting with them over on the West Coast about a couple of those islands over there. And like the Navy at that time was itching Canada to start something. Like there's like stupid island wars that happened where we were like, okay, go ahead. It was basically like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you, because we were looking for a reason to go in. and that was like, I think that was even in like the 40s, some shit like that. Like,
oh, that late, really?
Yeah. People act like we've been settled in the way that the world is for like 300 years, and now we're disrupting it. Like, 60 years at best.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people need to remember that this shit hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
So, never forget,
Territories change.
We bought half of the fucking U.S. from Napoleon. People act like that shit was old. That's relatively recent.
Yeah.
Like fucking, like Napoleon. Napoleon was like, no, Napoleon was new. Napoleon was like new enough that they had fucking cannons and shit and like, and guns. They were fighting. Napoleonic wars were. You always see the picture of Napoleon on the horse with the sword, so they're thinking, oh, it was swords. It was No, it was guns.
Yeah.
It was guns. That was guns. Guns were being used.
Yeah, brandishing the saber just looks better.
Yeah, that's what he looked like in the pictures, but that's not the weaponry that they were using. That was basically French soldiers with guns going out there doing that. So,
still carry sabers as well, or was it just guns at that time?
who? The officers always have sabers, but it's just for
the
show.
typical soldiers.
No, the bayonets.
It was okay.
Yeah. You don't get a saber. You just get a bayonet you affix to your gun for charges.
Yeah.
And stabby poke. Yeah, I think most army issued knives now can be affixed to guns as bayonets still, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Their
that was a
pocket
thing for a
knives are
while,
still able to be affixed to the gun as a bayonet. So.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they're like, shoot this, and when that runs out of bullets, stabby. Yeah. Yeah, so, again, it just cracks me up where people are like, we have been allies forever. 1812 was only 200 years ago. Like, we're not that close to Fred.
Yeah, get your shit together.
But yeah, so now GTA 6 leak, which is funny. People now, after the whole thing on Netflix, they're wondering if CyberLeak was just a marketing campaign by Rockstar and not actually like a guy.
I didn't look at any of the leaks. I don't
give a shit, except that it's clear from the leaks that the quality of the game is not what they're showing. And they had the Netflix thing that happened yesterday, and that whole Netflix live game footage thing. People are like analyzing what they showed, and everything's saying it's AI.
Oh, that sucks.
Like the majority are saying like 97% AI, and that's the problem. The images from the leak and the images shown in like trailer/gameplay footage don't match. So one of these things is not like the other.
That's disappointing.
And allegedly the guy got a current build because I guess a lot of Rockstar stuff is being developed in India, and the theory is that an ex-employee from India that got laid off was pissed off and leaked it to somebody. And
Gotcha.
it seems to be a relatively recent version of the build. And when you look at the graphics, it's not anywhere near anything that they've been showing. And I'd believe that because it's going to be on current gen stuff. And the technology's just not that good. Like a PS5 can't render like that. Most high-end gaming computers can't render like that. So I was like, where are we getting I don't see it, because the thing that what was it? The Crimson Desert was probably the most realistic game that came out recently, and like you had to have a high-end gaming PC to render that. Like I know they make the chips that they're like, we make things more efficient for a console. Yeah, but you can't make it like.
But yeah, it's still rendered down.
Yeah, unless you're streaming it from some server somewhere while you're playing it, and I'd hate to see what that does to the quality of the game, but.
No, yeah. So yeah, the current console, the current gen version of the game that's going to be launching isn't going to be the top tier version of it. Absolutely.
Yes, and while all this shit was going down, and there was like PlayStation boycotts because this was going to be the first game that's not going to have a physical copy, PlayStation updated their terms of service to basically be like, you don't own your games, you lease them. Yep. And I was laughing, and people were like, this is not, and I'm like, you're going to hop on the stop killing games trend that PC players started, huh? They're like, no, this is ridiculous. I don't own. They're like, dude, we haven't owned a physical game on PC in about 15 years. Just doesn't exist. And then after this, they were saying CyberLeak is going to come. This is the thing that started making people believe that CyberLeak was like a marketing ploy. They said that CyberLeak's going to go after Steam next. And people are like, Steam? You mean the people with like the customer support so great that they send in fucking hit teams to take out hackers? Like you're gonna go after Steam, the most beloved platform on the internet that Epic Games has been trying to take down for forever? They're like, this is a plant. Like that's when people started being like, okay, CyberLeak has definitely got to be something else going on here, because Steam.
Gotcha.
And all the major developers hate Steam because they take that 30% cut. And they're like, why won't you use our launcher? Because it sucks. That's why.
Because we don't want 30 of them.
Yeah, well, we don't want 1,000,000 of them, and your launchers categorically suck. They don't add value. Like, why would you do? Because I like that Steam puts all my games in one fucking place. Thank you.
Yep.
And you know what? It works, and that's all it has to do is work.
Yep. It's convenient and it works.
Yeah, you motherfuckers put out 20 different updates. The launchers work 50% of the time, and they get hacked constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Bethesda launcher where like they did that for the Fallout 76, and the Bethesda launcher was so bad that people were able to get access to your payment information?
Really?
Yeah, like relatively easily too.
Jeez.
They're like, "What the fuck? You didn't even guard that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got the other thing like Ubisoft. Ubisoft is like the opposite end of that spectrum, where I gotta enter in so many different forms of authentication. I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm just trying to play a game, man." They're like, "Yeah, but we've really got to make sure it's you." Why? What do I care?
Yeah. It was EA's like that too. My fucking EA shit is hard to get into.
Yeah. Oh, the games thing reminded me. That was the other thing that started like the shit with Canada in first place. Canada tried to do some shit like the EU was trying to do, and they were gonna like tax all of the internet platforms that like are used in Canada. So like basically any online game service or things like X, Facebook, shit like that, they were gonna like tax them out the ass if they're used in Canada. Not tax the user, tax the company.
Supply, yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. I don't agree with like that whole like online thing, but I understand like if I buy a game online on Steam, I get charged a New Jersey tax.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I pay it. Now it would be very ridiculous, and it's funny because Steam is a Canadian company. It would be very ridiculous.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Huh.
Valve is Canadian. It'd be very ridiculous if I bought a game and the New Jersey charged Valve for me buying the game. They'd be like, "You got to pay that tax." What? Why? Because you're providing a digital service in our state. Do you hear your words?
Uh-huh.
I'm providing a digital service in your state. Yeah, you need to pay us. What? And the reason why Canada was doing that kind of shit too, by the way, is because they're running out of ways to grow their economy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the same thing with Europe. So what they do is when they can't find other ways to innovate, they start taxing the shit out of anyone doing business so that they could grow the revenue of their countries, or their country in Canada's case. And if these guys really fuck around too much, the best part about this is the majority of Canada's economy, I'm pretty sure, comes from Alberta with all the minerals and stuff that they're sitting on. And Alberta wants to leave Canada. They're pissed. They're pissed about how much taxes that they're paying to subsidize the rest of the country, and they've pleaded with Trump a couple times. So this shit drags out long enough, they might just secede. And the funny part is you think, oh, well, what would happen to BC? Well, British Columbia is kind of like right there behind them, and they're also kind of pissed because they don't like that the East Coast is like telling them what to do in Canada. But look up what percentage of Canada's GDP comes from Alberta.
Not percent.
Percentage.
GDP comes from Alberta.
Yep.
Albert A, not Albert B. Now we're back on Canada.
Well, the digital thing reminded me of it.
God damn, why is this taking so long to think? Stop using this shit.
It's because you're not like with the paid version of it, so you get
I get back of the line. 15% of Canada's GDP comes from Alberta.
I thought it was more than that, but whatever. Let's say Alberta's GDP for it's almost a trillion. Wait, 15%? Half a trillion of their like 3 trillion?
Yeah.
Mathing? Whatever. It doesn't matter. A lot of their minerals and resources come from there. So if Alberta wants to join us, great.
Want to be a state?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been trying to vote on it like several times. And like
Are they on the border?
Quebec, which I think is Quebec the capital of Canada? I don't even know. I know nothing about these other countries because they mean nothing to me. But they've voted on it several times, and basically their version of Washington D.C. was like absolutely not. But the measures passed a couple different times, and they're like no. So this keeps going. They might just be like, you know what? We don't care what you say anymore. We're joining the U.S. And they might send a representative to us and be like, yeah, we want to sign the paperwork to make us your 51st state.
That'd be kick-ass.
Oh my God, it would be amazing. And then if we get BC, it'd be so easy to go to Whistler to snowboard.
Yeah. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Canada would talk a whole lot less shit. You'd be like, oh, fuck. We didn't realize that people would leave. It's like, yeah, how do you think the United States became the United States?
Uh-huh.
We've always been a collective of like misfits that were like, you know what? Fuck those guys.
Uh-huh.
So if we get another misfits, it's like, you know what? Fuck those guys. We're like, yeah, come in. Come join the team. It's fine.
We're doing our own thing over here. You want to come do this thing with us instead of that thing with them? Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Come in. The water's warm. You'll like it. Come on in here.
The water's got tea in it. Come over here.
Yeah.
Water tastes great. It's got tea in it. Come hang out.
Yeah. And again, if BC left, that would really strike a blow to Canada because then they would lose access to their entire coastal waterway on that side. But they're gonna feel the consequences of this much faster than we will.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike the last tariff thing, there is nothing that they can really do to block this thing that Trump's done, except for Congress to pass a law. And good luck on that, because they don't pass shit.
Yeah, good luck. We've played this tariff chicken game before. we win.
Yeah.
We know how this goes.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see how that goes. And I laughed because the guy from Ontario was like, we're going to punish all the red states, except they supply power to solely blue states. So now they're punishing the blue states. Good job. Fucking idiots.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like, yeah, because you have no control over us, so fuck you. And I can't wait till like Trump then goes like, yeah, because of this, we're going to build 3 new nuclear power plants, the biggest power plants, the best power plants. No longer will we take this frankly horrible maple syrup energy. They're already like memeing with the Lake of America thing that Canadian geese are now Donald Ducks. And they've been like AI generating, putting like Donald Trump's hair on Canadian geese going around.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I just realized Guinness has been asleep in the corner over there. It's big chilling. But yeah, so that wasn't so short. It was a very long Canada rant.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I guess it's still kind of short. Probably like 30 minutes or so.
45.
Perfect.
We'll see if we have an update on the Canada situation next week.
Yeah. We'll be back to more rambly stuff next week. And next week should be a little bit easier because next weekend's a long weekend.
Yeah.
Labor Day, man.
Yep, Monday.
Yeah, which Canada stole from us. I'm just joking. Canada also celebrates Labor Day on the same day.
Really? Why?
Because we moved it, so they moved it? I don't know. Because the rest of the world celebrates Labor Day on a different date, and we moved it because it was around when the labor riots that they're celebrating happened, and we're like, we don't want it associated with that. Move the date. So Canada copied it too. Canada got sick of our Thanksgiving being in November, so they moved theirs to October. That's just a joke. I have no idea why theirs is in October, but they do have a Thanksgiving. It's in October instead. It's about all my Canadian facts. But if you made it this far into the quote unquote short 45-minute episode,
yeah, why did you make it this far?
You must also hate Canada. And to be clear, the Canadian government, generally I don't hate Canadians. Although there are a few that I know that I don't really like, but that's not really anything to do with them. It's just people. Yeah, it's people. They just happen to be people I don't like that are Canadian.
Yeah, we can't hate all of Canada. Deadpool's from Canada.
And there's good snowboarding mountains, so we can't hate that. Wolverine's from Canada too. Canonically, not the actor.
Yeah, he's Australian.
Yeah. Although Drake is from Canada, so minus points from that.
Go back to your wheel chart.
Maybe that's the deal. We'll strike a trade agreement with Canada, but Drake's no longer allowed in the U.S. We'll keep Celine Dion, that's fine, but Drake's got to go back. Never allowed to come to the U.S. again. Send Bieber back there too. Is Bieber Canadian?
I believe so.
Yeah. Send Bieber back there too. Bieber's not allowed. Ryan Reynolds can keep coming over. Although I hear mixed reviews about him, but I don't have a personal beef, so I don't care. He can come back. Keep Drake and Bieber up there. Agreement signed.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah. And for the guy Ford from Ontario who's threatening U.S. power needs to legally change his last name to Little Bitch Boy. And then we'll sign the paperwork. It'll be fine.
You're on some reckless Ben shit.
Yeah.
Make him do the chicken dance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about the reckless Ben thing next week because the new thing's broken, and apparently he's busting a child sex cult. So that'll be fun to talk about next week. So if you made it this far and you like what we do, like, subscribe, follow, share the show, and we'll see you next week, folks.
Yep, tune in next week. See ya.
See ya.